Hello, everybody. I am so excited. Today, I'm hopping on live with my amazing client, Maja, who I met a little over a year ago, and we just celebrated a huge milestone in her business because she came from charging $20 a class and then just hit a $12,000 month, just hosted her first international retreat. And I wanted to bring her on to share her story with you. I wanted her to share the steps that she took to get where she's at, the mindset shifts you need to take, the strategic shift, the energetic shifts, like all these things that come with building a business. Because sometimes we are online and we see, oh, it's so easy, and it can be effortless, it can be easy, but there's a lot of hard work that also goes into it. And I love Maja's story so much, so I wanted to come bring her on here to share all the goods with you all. So welcome, Maja. Thank you for being here with me.
Thank you, Charlotte, so much. Thank you for this great introduction, and I'm really excited to chat with you today about my journey. It's been quite exciting, and yeah, super excited to chat a little bit with you.
Amazing. All right. For everyone who does not know you yet, Maja, tell them a little bit about your story. Tell them how you started as a movement educator, and now you're also a fitness business coach. And what is it exactly that you're helping your clients with?
Right. So, hi everyone. My name is Maja, and I am a movement educator and Pilates instructor. I will give you short version of my story, right? But as somebody who suffered a lot from anxiety and somebody who has a chronic disease that affects the hormones, I wanted to find a way to move my body and to manage my anxiety without creating a havoc in my body and in my hormones by doing, maybe running or maybe I don't know, HIIT exercises, right? Because that will create more havoc in my hormones in my system. So I found Pilates, and my first, and that was I think like 8, 10 years ago, maybe when okay, well 2024, yeah, right, 10 years ago. My first class was around 10 years ago. After that class, I felt so good. I felt aligned. I felt energized. I didn't feel tired because again, if somebody who has a hormone chronic disease, you get really tired easily. So this gave me a completely different outlook on how I can move my body in a safely manner and still be fit and still get strong. And then, right, I did that Pilates class, and then I went back to yoga. I did yoga, and then all of a sudden I'm feeling this kind of like a side hip muscle, and I can move my leg a little bit more. And I'm like, what's happening here? Right. So all of a sudden I'm feeling these muscles that I haven't felt before. I felt confident. I felt kind of like taller, right? I'm like kind of like 5'4", and all my family around me, they're like over 6 feet. Like they're like 6'6", and then like okay, I'm taller. I'm like taller today. That was just a love at first ab curl, I would say. Right. And the rest is kind of history, right? I really wanted people to realize that there is a different method to move your body rather than just again HIIT or running or right, and that will support your overall health and wellness and right. So and then I was working full time. I'm like, no, I don't like this anymore. Ciao, see you later. So I kind of just left my 9 to 5 job and got certified. And I was so passionate about it that nothing else was for me at that moment possible. It's just Pilates, it's just movement, just helping people feel better, helping people rehabilitate joints, bones, bring back the confidence, and really notice the difference in your body and how you feel and how you move through everyday life with power and ease. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The rest is history. Yeah. And now I'm here.
That's amazing. So you're helping, you've built now the Elevate Collective, which is a
Right.
Pilates membership. Tell us just briefly, we're gonna go more in depth and like later on, but like what's for everyone, like what's the Elevate Collective?
Right. So the Elevate Collective is a Pilates method for strong, lean bodies and pain-free movement. It is a membership. It is the online Pilates and wellness membership. It's on the long run, right? So it's a kind of not I'm here just for 2 workouts. It's a long commitment, right? And I wanted to bring this container to my clients so they have a full support, right? Because same thing, like if you have one salad, you cannot really be skinny from one salad. Same thing if you do one ab curl, you're not going to get 6 packs, right? So it's ongoing support for the women who desire a strong, lean body, get back confidence, and live pain-free.
So good. I love it. It really becomes a lifestyle for these women who are in there. And she built this incredible community. And like, I love the vibe of the whole theme of it. We're going to go more in depth into it. But like going back a little bit, so you fell in love with Pilates and you got certified, you started teaching classes. I think back then you charged like $20 for the
Even
hour.
less.
How much?
Even less, and we're talking about Canadian dollars, right? So for everybody who listens in the States, it's 20% less for you. Right? But
But
yeah,
we all starting
20,
somewhere, right? We all start
right.
somewhere. Like
Yeah.
that's a great start. So you had the courage to say goodbye to my 9 to 5, and then you started teaching the classes and you loved it. You led with passion. Like I feel like the whole theme for you has always been passion and serving your community. It's never really been about the money for you. Well, money is great, but it's really this desire to help people and the love for Pilates to share that with people. Um, and then what inspired you at that time then to look for a sales coach and especially someone who is teaching feminine sales?
Right. Yeah, that's a great question. Thank you for that. um, so I was in a drop-in classes in a system where I would have a drop-in classes for $20, and then one day you have 2 people, the next day you have 22 people. I was still showing nevertheless. However, I wanted more structure in my business and I wanted to scale my business, but at that moment I really didn't know how, right? I didn't know if Sally or Jessica will show up or no, because it's a drop-in class, right? So I wanted the structure and I really wanted to scale my business in the terms that really feel good to me. As somebody who's very masculine, I'm gonna say was, right? Who's masculine, like kind of like go, do this, do that, right? Trying to control a lot of things that let's be honest, we cannot control. Hiring you, Charlotte, as somebody who does sales from a feminine point, was really just was just something different for me. Was just such a fresh breath of fresh air and energy, and something that I haven't done before. And then I realized with you that kind of like balance between masculine and feminine energy is so crucial, right? And you just helped me to structure my business in the way that felt good to me and with ease, right? We weren't pushing anything. I came to the point in my business where like I don't want to do drop-in classes anymore. I don't want to not know when the next income is coming from, right? So and as sometimes somebody who does this full time, I needed to be hands-on completely, and I needed to have consistent income, a stream of income, right? So and I'm not saying kind of like, okay, we're feminine, I'm just gonna sit and bring it in. Yes, it's part of it, but it's a balance between action and receiving, and really waiting, letting it go, and receiving the benefits, right? So you were just something completely different as entrepreneur, and I'm sure somebody, whoever is listening to this now, and they are entrepreneurs and they have their own business. We think it's a go, 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 do, just one more email, just one this, just one. No, no, there is a structure to it, and we are all entrepreneurs because we wanted more freedom, right? And then somehow down the road, like, oh, I don't have any more time for anything else, right? So you opened my eyes to different possibilities and how we can do business differently, right? Different.
Amazing. Oh, I love that so much. So that's why we created the Elevate Collective, which is such a scalable offer. So she could show up the same amount of time, but she can always like welcome more people into it and just give them still that personal touch, that personal support, which has been so amazing for everyone who's in there. I'm curious, like from your experience from us working together, we've been working together for over a year now. How's it shaped the way you show up? How you create content, how you market and sell. Like if you have any clear examples of maybe how you did something specific before and how you do things now differently, I would love to hear. How has it shaped you?
Right. So this is something I still remember when you said you have to have a bunker mentality, especially now I'm talking about the social media, right? So oh, I saw Nancy posting a reel about how to do ab curls. Oh, I should do the same thing. Oh, I saw somebody else doing a challenge. I should do a challenge. I'm missing out, right? So that's how I was before. But working with you, how it shaped the way I'm showing up. I'm showing up as authority, as somebody who really this is how I'm doing it. I'm not going to do as Sally does it, or I'm not going to do the challenges because Rachel does it, right? So I'm really reflecting deep. I'm sitting with myself, I'm reflecting, I'm thinking about what I need to do, what is really aligned with me and my values, and then from there I make an action. Because we talk a lot about this aligned action, which I heard so many times. I did not know what does that mean until I met you, right? It's kind of, yeah, aligned with what? How, like what, like I'm right, like, but the more you listen to yourself, the more you listen to your needs, your desires, where you want to be, and the more you imagine, you picture yourself as that person, then it's so easier. It's much more easier, much more powerful to show up. So now I don't care what Sally and Rachel do, right? I do my own thing, and I think it's so liberating, especially in the social media, especially in the industry where there's a lot of us trying to, do and be successful. And you gave me the structure, right? So you gave me the structure. I do these 5 things, and that's it. I don't do anything else. That's it. And it's about consistency again. The big thing, the consistency, right?
So powerful. I love that you mentioned that. I feel like you've become such an icon also all over like the internet, Facebook in particular, like just everything about you is so iconic. The way you look, the way you teach, the way you present yourself, the way you show up, and like really owning who you are. And the community, the people that you're attracting are just loving being in your energy. And it makes you so much powerful when we own these parts of ourselves and we're not afraid to rock the boat. We're not afraid to say what we really want to say. We're not afraid to host or create an offer that hasn't been created like this before, right?
Oh.
Like I remember conversations we've had when we first started the Elevate Collective, because usually fitness memberships are usually lower ticket and people feel like, they have to work really, really hard to make then their ends meet, still find themselves in like hustle and grinding. But you've really created this new path for yourself that's so sustainable for you and your energy, and really serving your client at the highest level, which again is so iconic and so beautiful, matching your own energy and your values, what you stand for. So I love that. how you build this brand. So one thing I'm also curious is, what were some of the like sales strategies or tangible wins or clarity you gained? Like, what were some of those during the time we've been together?
It's when it comes to selling, I come from 10 years of luxury retailer, and I thought I knew about selling. Well, it's a different working in a feminine way in terms of um, it's not sleazy. I'm not pushing. I'm here to offer you my services, to offer what I can do for you, and I'm leaving to other person to decide, because we're all adults. We decide for ourselves. I'm not here to really push the sale, to let me tell you why is this good for you, right? In a very effortless way, but with such a confidence. And when we have confidence in ourselves, that excludes, people really feel that through the email, through how we show up. It doesn't have to be in person, but people feel how when we're confident, they feel that through the copywriting, through how we show up again. So the sales have been just I remember when I just told you, oh my God, I just like made $3,000 in like in like 6 hours, and now like I'm freaking out here, right? Like, Charlotte, what's happening here, right? Right. And it just starts flowing in, right? You really, it's not about pushing. It's not about holding a grip on a sale and let me follow up with this person 78 times, and maybe I can lower my price a little bit more. So right. So no, it just comes from this ease and belief and confidence that I can provide what you're looking for, that I can help you, that my offers are already amazing, right? um, and working with you, it just gave me the whole idea of, again, it's not about pushing, it's about doing the align action. And here I am back to align action, but it's so true, right?
It is.
And yeah, so yeah, I remember that $3,000 day, like it was like yesterday was. And then we talk about 10K months, right? When we go back, that was just like, boom, my head is like exploding.
It's amazing. And it's fascinating to me because like I felt like for you, you strategically already knew what to do, right? Like you've been seasoned as an entrepreneur and you know what to do. But really what was important for us to shift with you was some of the mindset things, but more even so the energetics behind it. It's like, how are we feeling, who we're being. So I think back in September or October, we did this 21-day challenge with like a bunch of my one-on-one clients, and we would journal or like write things down. It's just one of the exercises I recommend some of my clients to do when I feel like the energy feels stagnant or a little bit things feel heavy or hard, or like we always have the choice. We can always choose things to be easy and we can choose things to be hard. So we have to ask ourselves, like, is posting on social media really so hard, or is it honestly the easiest thing on the world, like just making a post? Like it's how the energy behind it, right? Choosing. So we did this 21-day exercise, and we would journal and we would share each other's screenshots and really following bliss, following ease, and different journal prompts. And within those 21 days, it was just like sale after sale coming in for Maja. And when she hit her $12,000 months, and it was just so clear that her strategy already was so solid. Like, she built the community. She has a free community. Even like if you are not part of it, you must be part of it. She teaches Mondays for free for 15 minutes Pilates. She built the community. She's creating amazing content, like all these things she was selling. but was, you know, say it's where were there, like 4, 5, 6,000 something, and then you
Yeah,
just
like
did
something
the
like that. Yeah.
energetic shift, and it was in the 5 figures, and it was just so incredible to witness. Like, wow,
Yeah, it
amazing.
yeah, it was crazy. I'm like, yeah. Everybody who's listening, you know, my English is not, the English is not my first language. So when I get excited, I'm like, yeah, what's happening here, right? But it is true. Like when we go into that receiving mode, when we make things easy, then we're so conditioned to think if it's not hard enough, it's not worth it, right? So let's let's a little bit switch the mindset. And yes, there was a lot of mindset work, there was a lot of energy work, but it is very gratifying knowing that you can do business with ease and you can sell with ease, and it doesn't have to be pushy or sleazy or call it whatever you want, right? So it's a very, again, breath of fresh air.
And now that she's like
Right.
completely mastered this, like the Elevate Collective is now over a year old, right? With members from all around the world in it. There's classes happening twice a week. Like, it's an incredible community. So she's mastered this. So what she started doing now also is helping people who want to build their own membership do some business mentorship as well. It's like a fitness business mentor as well. So tell us a little bit about what you do. If anyone here who's listening and they're like, oh, wow, I would love to have a mid-ticket membership, and I would love to learn from the lessons that Maja has gone through, and I want to collapse the time. I don't want to go through it and all the stuff. Like, I want to learn from someone who's done it, and I want to collapse time, and I want to move through it faster. So tell us about your business membership, and then also how people can join the Elevate Collective if they're curious.
Right. Yeah. So if you are watching and you really you are intrigued by the work that I am doing and how I can help fitness experts, is I do offer one-to-one intensive to help fitness experts to build sustainable and scalable online business, online membership, where we really look at the lead gen, so lead generation, where your clients coming from. We look at the building a really, really powerful community where your people are obsessed with what you do. They just want to be with you all the time. Well, not all the time, but you know what I mean. Like, we don't want stalkers. We don't want stalkers. But and then we also look at the how we can retain the people who are already in, how we can bring more results to them, so they're with you forever, basically, right? So and again, we do this a little bit differently. I don't have a website. I don't have expensive platforms that I host my let's say my membership, and it is not $29 membership. So we do things differently, and it is possible, right? It doesn't have to be like a cookie cutter, right? Because cookie cutters don't work anymore. Right? This is a different way of working and building business that is, again, aligned with you, and that you really enjoy, and that you can still, I teach twice a week. That's it, right? It's twice a week, 2 hours. That's it, right? In the Elevate Collective. So if you are interested and intrigued, you can reach me at the Elevate with Maja on Instagram, or just through Charlett, right? Right. Everybody knows me now.
Amazing. Oh, this is so good. Thank you so much, Maja, for everything. I would love for all of you to connect with Maja. Find her on Facebook, find her on Instagram. If you have any comments or questions on this conversation, drop them below. We come back, check in. Happy to answer any questions you have about this. So thank you, Maja,
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you,
Thank you for
everyone.
having me. Thank you. Ciao.
Bye.